Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay. Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no questions?
I
Do you still
understand
want
being
to
a governor
abolish
is a
ICE?
different
Do you
job.
still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
I said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march in a rally calling for ICE's abolishment? What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that.
What
Okay.
do you want me to say? This is
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
If you thought the political circus had wrapped up, think again. The 2028 Democratic presidential primary just got its soft launch, and it wasn't on a debate stage. It unfolded inside an oversight hearing. Governor Walz, Governor Cuomo, and the usual cast are scrambling to put daylight between themselves and the chaos of the last few years, but Republicans aren't playing along. What we're breaking down today is a hearing so aggressive it felt less like politics and more like a courtroom grilling. Sanctuary states, the rise of MS-13, and the blatant disrespect toward the men and women of ICE were all dragged into the spotlight. Let's roll the footage.
Chairman, welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary right here on stage at the Oversight Committee. Governor Newsom must be seething. The three of you beat him to the stage, but he's a little busy right now defending illegals and defending Antifa, torching what is left of Los Angeles. Governor Walz knows the playbook. In 2020, he rolled out the red carpet for anarchists while Minnesotans watched their neighborhoods burn. You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working 2 jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor, my first question is for you. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
pushing my button down.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
As a history teacher.
Yes or no is the question.
A historical comparison.
You're a governor. You understand what the question is. It's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to
ICE to identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, this governor, or honorable, can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable? Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay, so are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat of death by comparing them to the Gestapo?
Everyone is afforded due process.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no questions?
I
Do you still
understand
want
being
to
a governor
abolish
is a
ICE?
different
Do you
job.
still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
I said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march in a rally calling for ICE's abolishment?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Well, according to widespread media reports, you did.
And the media is always correct.
How do you rate Kamala Harris's job as border czar? I want a number between 1 and 10. How was she as border czar?
I wouldn't have a way to measure that. I was not in the administration.
Weren't you her running mate for vice president?
As in the campaign.
And you
Wasn't part of
can't
the
rate her role as border czar on a scale of 1 to 10. Was she great at 10 or was she a 1? Terrible.
I think her proposal that she put forward to make sure we had the bipartisan immigration.
It wasn't bipartisan. Did you ever personally speak with Kamala about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Not as her running mate for vice president. You never once talked to her about the president and why she was nominated instead of him.
No, not that I can recall.
What kind of operation were you guys running over there?
I was more concerned with Donald Trump's cognitive.
Thank God he's
he's
president and J.D. Vance is vice president and not you. Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay. Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah.
I think that's very evident. As a teacher and a parent.
My mom was a teacher. I'm a high school dropout. We can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as a teacher?
Is bullying okay? Yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
Yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully at times.
Well, you're showing that the Democrat Party is the party of violence. Were you at Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
Oh, as I recall, January of 1990.
Okay. What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that.
What do you want me to say? This is.
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congresswoman,
Good lady,
thank-
back.
Mr. Chairman, I would ask
Mr.
unanimous
Ocasio.
consent.
The segment opens with a brutal history lesson that Governor Walz probably wishes he could rewind. He's immediately boxed in over his past comments comparing ICE agents to the Nazi Gestapo. Let that sink in for a moment. The questioning doesn't let up. Did the Nazis murder 6 million Jews? Simple yes or no, right? And yet, watch him squirm. He acknowledges the Holocaust was an atrocity, but when it comes time to apologize for likening American law enforcement to genocidal killers, he ducks the question and slips into his former history teacher routine. No clear answer. No accountability. And it raises a serious question. If you can't tell the difference between border enforcement and genocide, are you really qualified to lead a nation? Then the focus shifts to the Kamala Harris connection. Remember, Walz was her running mate. When asked to rate her performance as the so-called border czar on a scale of 1 to 10, he suddenly forgets how numbers work. Even more unbelievable, he claims they never once discussed Joe Biden's obvious cognitive decline. So we're supposed to believe a vice presidential candidate never talked about the mental fitness of the sitting president during a national campaign? That's either staggering incompetence or a coordinated cover-up. And while you're processing that level of spin, now's a good time to hit subscribe. We cover what the mainstream media prefers to ignore. Then things turn personal. Questions resurface about his service record and his past claims about being at Tiananmen Square. When pressed on whether he ever served in a combat zone, the answer is a blunt no. But the most uncomfortable moment comes next. He previously claimed on a debate stage to be friends with school shooters. When confronted with his own words, the defense turns into accusations of bullying. Since when is repeating someone's public statements considered bullying? It's the oldest trick in politics. When you can't defend the record, play the victim. The hearing wraps with the question that seems to paralyze modern Democrats. What is a woman? Walz freezes. Complete deer in the headlights moment. This isn't a trick question. It's basic biology humanity has understood forever. Yet here we have a sitting governor and potential presidential contender who can't define it. The exchange ends with a fiery reminder that Americans are fed up with the erasure of women and the radical gender ideology being pushed from the top down. This hearing was a wake-up call. It exposed a Democratic Party increasingly out of touch with everyday Americans, the single mom in Chicago, the worker in Minneapolis, people who just want safety, honesty, and common sense. From the border crisis to basic biology, the unofficial 2028 primary is already revealing a movement with plenty of excuses and no real answers. What did you think of Governor Walz's performance? Was he being bullied, or was he finally being held accountable? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video if you found this breakdown useful.